Well, there are times when those 1-pound fish are really plentiful, but what can we do to upgrade our catch? Even going from a 1-pounder to a 2-pounder can make a big difference in our day. Well, this is the most common situation that I see, and I struggle with this all the time myself, especially when you're dealing with that mixed bag of a blessing and a curse with past history. Well, here is a perfect example. A lot of you know I was on the upper Mississippi last week. I got several videos coming from that trip. And this particular section right here, I have fished a bunch in the past, and it has produced both numbers and quality for me in the past. And all the time when I fished it before, we have really focused on skinny water. This rock bank here is really nice. It tapers off quickly to some decent depth for a river. And we've done everything from wacky rigs, jigs, crankbaits, all these types of things. But all of them have been similar in the fact that we really focus on this very, very shallow water, as close to the shoreline as we can get, because the water clarity is not great. I mean, it's got a little bit of visibility, but we know when that water clarity is not super good, it often pushes the bass shallow. Well, I fought that urge to stay super shallow. I tried to take that past history and get it out of my mind. And when I did that, the first thing that popped into my head was I need to back off. We talk about it on this channel all the time. So I backed off of that skinny water, 1 to 2 boat lengths, even up to 3 boat lengths away, and then I put on some Finesse Presentations. I was fishing a shaky head, my brother was fishing a Ned rig, and this goes so against what I normally would do. I'm fishing water with low visibility, Finesse Presentations away from the bank, but we stuck to it. And right away, the bottom composition surprised me. That good rocky surface, that hard structure could be found 30, 40, 50 or more feet away from the shoreline. And upon more careful examination, the current was swinging through here just enough, rubbing up against the shoreline, just enough that it was keeping that silt, or that traditional, river silt, muck bottom, off of this area. And with that shaky head, you could just feel good rock a long ways out. Well, within a few minutes of starting this, my brother pulled out a really nice largemouth on a Ned rig. And I know what it looks like, you can see the shoreline here, but trust me, we were way farther away than we normally are. And instantly that gave us the confidence that we knew we were on to something better. We had literally been sitting over the top of these fish, these better fish, and not making a presentation to them at all. So then we continued to work this stretch in that normal range that we do in this particular part of the river, and all of a sudden we went from 12-inch fish to those 2.5 to 3-pound fish on a much more consistent basis. So often that past history can hold us back. So how can this apply to your fishing? Well, if you're in an area that has traditionally been good, and either you're not catching the fish or you're wanting to find that better quality fish like we were doing here, take that spot, that initial spot that has been good for you, and start to expand it out both up and down the shoreline, okay, because they could have moved based on wind or current or whatever is going on there on that particular day weather-wise, and then also expand your spot farther away from the shoreline. If you do this, I feel that you're going to have some more success, and I definitely feel confident in saying that you're going to upgrade our catch, and oftentimes it's easier than we think it is. And hey, if you want to watch a video that talks about something we need to always be thinking about as bass anglers, and it applies to so many lures and presentations, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure to go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.